Gymnastics is an incredible sport, and nowhere is it more competitive than in Europe. There has been some incredible European gymnastics competition, including Team Gym. Team Iceland had some amazing moments that we can check out now. How awesome was that women's team competition? We will see out all of the details on that and so much more European gymnastics news next. There's been a lot going on, so let's get into it. First up, adult men's team event. This might not have been as nail-biting a final as the women's competition, but it was a pretty incredible competition nonetheless. Team Iceland really stood out. They might not have won the gold, but there is still so much that their team and their country has to be proud of. They got the silver, and honestly getting second was really impressive when you take into account just how on fire the men's team from Sweden was that took the gold. Sweden won with an impressive 61.35 points to Iceland's 56.475 points. Ireland was just out in front of the United Kingdom that won the bronze medal with 56.0 points. But when you take into account that this is the first time in a really long time that Iceland not only got the podium, but that they competed with a men's team at all, it makes it pretty impressive. The last time that Iceland entered an adult men's team into the competition was 2010. Competing now and winning silver right away was a big achievement, one that the team's coaches hope will attract more great men and boys to start training in gymnastics and competing with their country. They might not have a large number of men's gymnasts, but those they do have are really talented. Next, the youth teams. It wasn't only the men that held their own in the championship. The Icelandic youth teams also had quite a number of special moments, and they ended up bringing home silver and bronze, demonstrating that the future of gymnastics in Iceland looks really bright. Now for the women's team finals. This was probably one of the most nail-biting events in the entire competition. The women's team this year were incredibly strong. Sweden really wanted to keep their title, and Iceland really wanted to take it. They have lost to Sweden for the last 3 European championships and won the gold last in 2012. It's been a while and they were hungry for it. Still, Sweden was not going to give up without a fight. First up was the trampoline, and Iceland took 17.75 points, a score that beat their semifinal trampoline points by 1.5. They then took to the floor, and Iceland got a mind-blowing score of 22.3, a score that was more than any other team right throughout the competition. Then, finally came the trampoline. It was tight. Sweden was ahead with just 0.6 points. They did a really impressive routine, but one that left the door open for Iceland to slip through. Sweden's trampoline results were 16.6 points, taking their overall score to 51.25 points, meaning Iceland would need 17.2 points to equal them. They knew their goal, and they went for it. The second part of the routine was troubled with team captain Andrea Sif Pétursdóttir getting injured, but the team powered through and ended up getting 17.2, exactly what they needed to equal Sweden's overall points. To know who won, it came down to winners on the apparatus. Iceland took 2 out of the 3, winning floor and trampoline. That was enough to win gold. Next, Reykjavik's reception. With the incredible results that the Icelandic national gymnastics team achieved in the European Championships, it was obvious that they would be getting a hero's welcome when coming back home. They were received at the Cultural House in Reykjavik and showered with praise and flowers from the wonderful results that they were able to achieve. They took home with them the gold and silver from the women and men's teams, the silver and bronze from the youth teams, and even more. One of the team members was awarded the Shooting Star Award. More on that in a little bit. And the 3 of the gymnasts from Iceland were chosen to be the championship's all-star team too. It is no wonder that the Minister of Education and Children's Affairs and the President of Iceland both wanted to be there to congratulate the team on their incredible performance. It was thanks to the hard work of the gymnasts, their coaches, and everyone that was behind them that day they could achieve such amazing results. medals. Really something to be proud of. Did you enjoy watching the European Championships? Which team or routine was your favorite? Let me know in the comments section, but don't go anywhere just yet. We still have a lot of European gymnastics news to get to. Next up, a round of what happened in the mixed teams competitions, the Shooting Star Award, and so much more. So stick around and check it all out. Up next, mixed team results. There was quite a number of events where Sweden was just impossible to beat, and the mixed team event was one of them. Sweden was unstoppable. They scored the highest on all three apparatus and took an easy gold win. In fact, if we are being completely honest, they didn't just win, but they really crushed the opponents. Still, the silver and bronze spots were kind of a nice surprise. Great Britain won silver, and by getting the second spot, they got first ever senior medal in Team Gym. And Italy was third, and with that bronze, they had their first ever appearance on the podium at this competition. It is pretty special, and always nice to see new teams starting to make some real progress. Now, the prestigious Shooting Star Award. Receiving this award is a really big honor. Not only does it showcase some of the biggest talents in gymnastics, but it also looks at their achievements in other areas and their stories in general. This award goes to someone who has an exceptional story and who is really inspirational. The award was created to shine the spotlight on people who will inspire the gymnast of the future, and really anyone that is interested in gymnastics. It is a big honor, but also an award that is only given to some of the best gymnasts that are around. This year, it went to Iceland's Audur Helga Halldórsdóttir and Sweden's Patrik Gustafsson. Let's talk more about Audur Helga Halldórsdóttir from Iceland. Audur is only 16 years old, but she is a really incredible inspiration, and let me tell you, it sounds like that young lady might just achieve more in one day than most of us achieve in a week. Obviously, she has her schoolwork and gymnastics, both things that are full-time for many people, but then she also plays football and has even participated in selections for the national team. She does javelin and has competed in that sport and won competitions along the way, and somewhere she even finds time to play the flute. I'm exhausted just talking about everything that she does. It is safe to say that she is really inspirational. She is still really young, and it is going to be wonderful to watch where she takes her career and her many passions from here on out. She does seem to be destined for some really great things. Now on to the other recipient, Patrik Gustafsson from Sweden. Patrik is older at 26 years old, but he too has achieved some incredible things in his life already, and also went through some incredibly hard times. When you ask other gymnasts about Patrik, they always say that he is really positive and happy and always has time for young gymnasts, no matter how his own life and practice is going. He is already on top of his game a few years ago, representing the Swedish national team, but then disaster struck. He started struggling with lost skill syndrome. He suddenly just couldn't do some of the somersaults and the movements that used to come pretty easy to him. But he never gave up, and he worked hard to learn those skills all over again. Imagine dedicating your life to learning skills and then just suddenly forgetting how to do them. And then, instead of giving up, you just do it all again. That takes a lot of dedication. He is an amazing example of someone not giving up, an inspiration not only for gymnasts, but really for anyone that is trying to achieve a goal. Now, after a lot of hard work, Patrik is back to the form he once had, and he might just be better than ever, showing that hard work does pay off and that he is someone who really deserves the Shooting Star Award. Elections of the authorities to the International Gymnastics Federation, or FIG. This was a big highlight in the gymnastics world. Dr. Farid Gayabov, who is the European Gymnastics president, was nominated for the FIG presidency by the AGF, but he was not successful this time. But we are sure that Mr. Watanabe and all the other officials on this committee, including the European representatives, will work hard to really create a safe and healthy environment for all the athletes that compete under their care. It is exciting that a new Olympic cycle has now started, and I can't wait to see what the next few years will bring to gymnastics. Do you have a favorite gymnast? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching.